Welcome to Southfield Lathrup High School. I want to thank you for taking the time to learn more about our marvelous high school. I am here to share with you the valuable educational opportunities available to your student, ranging from the Fine and Performing Arts Academy, the Health and Natural Sciences Academy, strong college preparatory courses, and honors and college level courses, to mentoring programs, support services, community service groups, leadership opportunities, and a plethora of other activities that are designed to assist our students as they develop into educated, responsible, well-rounded citizens. This is our mission statement, and we take immense pride in the success of our students. Last year, 92% of our graduates matriculated to colleges and universities across the country. We love our students at Southfield Lathrup. You will also find that the administrative team is instrumental in creating an exemplary educational environment and are extremely accessible to your student. It is a joy for us to spend time with students during the school day. Together with our security specialists, we provide students with a safe, orderly environment. Enough of me talking about our school. Now it is time for you to meet some of the faculty and students from Southfield Lathrup High School and to discover more about the enriched experiences our school has to offer you.
With the small schools, I think that my transition ran just so much more smooth than I thought it might have. These people that you befriend freshman year end up being your friends through all 4 years. You know what I'm saying? They're your best friends. They're people you hang out with in school and out school.
When I was in 7th and 8th grade, I was in a private school for those 2 years, and so it was like really small. And then the small schools kind of helped me get into like from that really small setting into a slightly larger setting, and then with the other 2 classes, like the extracurriculars, that just got me around the school more, and then the small schools just helped me like get around with the just my peers.
We really are concerned about our freshman students, and we're trying to put some things in place here at Lathrup to make sure they are successful and make sure that they graduate during their tenure here at our school.
This is the time when students need the most caring. This is the time when they need the most understanding, and to kind of keep them going in the right direction.
When you're applying to schools, they're looking at 6 different semesters, 2 for 9th, 2 for 10th, and 2 for 11th.
The transition was actually really good. I liked having the small schools because I didn't feel like I was just thrown in there with all the big fish, you know, getting lost amongst the crowd.
When I first came to Lathrup, I was petrified. You know, the idea of high school scared me to death. You know, I actually had the opportunity to go to a private school, but I chose to stay in Southfield Public Schools. And I always say, I think about it a lot now, but I always think, had I gone to a private school, I would not be as successful as I am today.
I believe the 9th grade small schools program is very beneficial because it allows students to get acclimated to the high school environment without being intimidated by the upperclassmen in the larger school environment. Most of the students' classes are centralized in one area of the building, and they travel around together primarily in the same groups. So they get to know their classmates pretty well, and they work with them on a regular basis.
Some of the things that we have in place to assure our freshman students' success here are a freshman transitions program, which starts in the summertime, in which freshman students come to Lathrup during the day, and they attend multiple sessions like study skills, time management, how to deal with problems, just a variety of sessions that some of our teachers here around the building lead them through, and they try and get those skills ahead of time, so if they're introduced to them, they'll know how to handle it once it occurs, once they're here in the building.
I think the program just helps those students have that extra bonus and that extra little push before they enter into Southfield Lathrup in the fall. So in essence, I do think it prepares them a little better, because in 3 days there's a lot of information covered, and it just puts those students one step ahead of the students who choose not to come.
Because it is so close-knit, we as the teachers really get to know the parents right off, and we get to know the students very well. And so we communicate, the 4 main house teachers, we communicate among one another, along with the parents and teachers. And this school year we started the homework policy, which was basically a policy to help the students to understand, to just reinforce how important homework is. And it really, 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 really helped. The students did so very well. They made a smooth transition, and I really can only credit it to the small schools and to the parent-teacher communication.
The transitions program kind of continues throughout the school year with our freshman mentor program here, in which upper class students, successful upper class students here at Southfield Lathrup, are identified by a variety of teachers, by counselors, by some of our National Honor Society students, by the Scholars Plus advisor. They give us names of students. We interview them. We take them through a training process of how to deal with the students and what to expect. And each of the mentors are assigned 4 to 5 freshmen that they work with throughout the year. You know, just a lot of things that we try and do together here. So, you know, we really are concerned about our freshman students, and we're trying to put some things in place here at Lathrup to make sure they are successful and make sure that they graduate during their tenure here at our school.
Well, Lathrup's Lovely Ladies came about basically just from my observing my own students and the young ladies in the hall, and I just felt like there was a need for an extra program. We already had the mentoring in place for our 9th graders, but I wanted to see something specifically designed for our female students of all grade levels.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is a male mentoring program here at Southfield Lathrup. The program is benefited from or by all students. It's open to students 9 through 12 that are students here at Southfield Lathrup.
You want a high quality education, it's here for you at Southfield Lathrup. 4 of our teachers at Lathrup are AP readers. I mean, not every school can say that. You know, I've had the opportunity to have Mr. Sleet, you know, I've had Ms. Vasquez, I've had Ms. Hayes, who are just some of the top teachers in the country.
I think Southfield Lathrup has prepared me well for college. I've had the opportunity to have classes with teachers that grade nationwide exams. My English teacher this year, Ms. Hayes, grades for the SAT.
One of the great benefits we get here is so many students come back and tell me, number one, thank you for preparing me for college, because when I got there it didn't seem so bad, and number two, they enjoy telling me that they meet other freshmen at universities and sophomores who are panicking at the workload, panicking at the kind of writing they have to do, and frantic about the amount of effort they have to put in. And my previous students will tell me, look, it's no big deal. We've done this. We know how to work on a collegiate level. We know how to write. We can go on from there.
The Finance Academy allows our students, mostly juniors and seniors, an opportunity to really dive into an area of interest for them. The students can major in such majors such as dance, instrumental music, vocal music, TV production, musical theater, and visual arts. And it gives those students, those select students, a chance to really dive into those areas in an intensive kind of way.
Medical and Natural Sciences Academy is a small school within a school where the students who are enrolled start in their 11th and 12th grade year, and they complete on average more science courses than the typical high school student. Our normal high school student takes 4 years of science. The Medical and Natural Science Academy students take anywhere from 6 to 7 years of science. The benefits of this program are we have more technology in our building than any of our other surrounding districts, and the kids get exposed to about 8 or 9 times more labs than any other school in the area.
Jason Amos, who graduated 2 years ago, is a violist here. And Jason was one of those kids, Interlochen Arts Academy, which is a famous high school academy, really wanted him to come there for his senior year. But I said to Jason, if you stay here at Lathrup, by the time you graduate, you can still get a full ride to college. now he's at the University of Michigan. And as a sophomore, he's the principal violist in the top orchestra, which is really unheard of. Usually that spot is reserved for students working on their master's or their doctorate. And he's also been a two-time semifinalist in the Sphinx competition.
We've had several highlights this past school year, just starting in the fall. Obviously the biggest story from the fall was the pursuit of our girls basketball team striving for a state championship. They're a tremendous group of young ladies who are very good citizens off the court, pretty good students as well. They have very high team GPA. And they're also very good basketball players. They were ranked #1 in the state this year for much of the season. They won the OAA Conference Division I. They won the district championship. They won the regional championship.
She's a captain. She averages 9 points and 12 rebounds a game. Southfield Lathrup squeeze out a victory that will give them their first Class A championship game. We'll find out over the course of the second quarter. This Tamika Williams has had some kind of first half, and she is the reason why her team is on top at halftime.
John, coming in today, everybody said that Kings players would dominate. Well, Tamika Williams did not want to hear anything.
That's what we're for. What we have to do to finish the job, though, is once we take a shot, we have to get out and get a rebound.
Brittany Russell is relatively quiet. Whitehead. Brianna Whitehead. But not playing. And here come the Chargers yet again. Hughes. Holiday to Whitehead. Hughes again. Yes!
Was a singer, French horn player, and dancer here, and actress at Southfield Lathrup. She's gone on to Berkeley School of Music, and she's been touring Japan with a vocal group. Also, Chris Johnson was a trumpet player who came through the academy, just graduated from Michigan State University with honors, and he's also been offered a full scholarship to work on his master's at Michigan State. So we've had a lot of kids who've had a lot of success.
The Medical Academy has several partnerships that we work with. We work very closely with Providence Hospital right here in Southfield. We have kids who work on the OBGYN floor. We have students who work in the short stay unit. We have students who do some administrative work. We've had kids who work in the medical legal offices of the hospital. It's a wonderful opportunity for our kids.
At Lathrup, I basically dove into everything, a little bit of everything, with sports, varsity tennis, the SL marching band, symphonic band, Student Perspective, a group that meets monthly and speaks with the principal and goes over issues.
I'm very involved at Southfield Lathrup. I'm assistant editor of the yearbook. I'm president of the National Honor Society. I'm on Scholars Plus. I'm involved in the Arts and Communications Academy. I'm on the tennis team, the golf team. I'm very involved. I'm the student representative for the Board of Education. I actually started my own organization called Rosie's, which is a women's empowerment group. So I stay very active and very involved.
I am a part of the Arts and Communications Academy for film and television. I'm also on the yearbook staff. I'm a photography editor. And I'm also a part of a group called Rosie's. It's a women empowerment group started by a student here named Alex Gamlin.
My oldest daughter graduated in '97, and she went on to Harvard and did very well, graduated summa cum laude. And my younger daughter graduated from Southfield Lathrup. She did a wonderful job here. She was, I do believe, we came here because she really enjoyed the sports opportunities, and she went on to receive a full ride education at Alabama A&M University and played 4 years Division I soccer. So her preparation here, even in classes, I remember her telling me that teachers were curious as to where she came from, because she had been so well prepared and she knew so much and was way ahead of a lot of her peers in college.
When you're thinking about careers, you want to ask yourself 3 main questions. Who am I? Where am I going, and how am I going to get there? And the Career Center has all the resources that you need to answer all of these questions. We can do personality testing to answer who you are, and you can research careers, research colleges to find out where you're going, and then how you get there. Again, how are you going to finance your education, scholarships, all of that information is available here in the Career Center.
Número 5. De acuerdo a mi libro es solamente E. De acuerdo a mi libro solamente E.
One of the things that I have incorporated into my program that the students really look forward to and has encouraged students to take a higher level of the language is the foreign language theater. We do this in French level 3 and 4. Sometimes it's a split class, so it just depends on that. And what it is a backwards rewind technique that we saw it at a national theater, but they only do one scene. So I thought, well, why not do every scene, because it would be more fun. So we teach the audience language. They get to shout out words, so it's an audience participation activity, and they don't get bored when they don't get what's going on. And then we rewind that very scene and do it in English. So we've incorporated this theater into that higher level language class for fun, and it's a whole language learning, because you really learn a lot by doing theater, and you memorize lines, and that helps you in the language to better your speaking.
DECA is an organization formulated for marketing students. The school store, if you want to think about it, is kind of like a lab. If you think about a chemistry, this is the lab where the kids actually take information that they've learned in marketing and they apply it to different things in the school store. So we're a goal-level school-based enterprise. A lot of kids like to work while they're in school, and they use this as a reference.
One of the other features I like about the Academy is that it's a small school within a school, which means that it's more personalized. We get a chance to know the kids on a one-on-one basis. The kids, in turn, get a chance to know each other really well. It's a family situation, a tight-knit group, because we work so many hours together. And that's one of the pluses about the program. I can tell you that we have one culminating event every year that brings us together, and that's the musical, which of course has the vocal department, instrumental department, dance, and theater, and TV production. And we come together each year and we put on a musical. And that's a time when we work together every day for about 2 months after school. We're all together, working together. And that's usually a very good product. We've produced some exciting wonderful musicals here over the years. West Side Story, Chorus Line, Pajama Game, and several others.
Last year's graduating class have earned scholarship amounts of $1,375,552. 93% of them went on to post-secondary education. Of those, 253 stayed in the state of Michigan, choosing to attend 28 different post-secondary educational establishments. 69 students went out of state to 21 different states, including schools such as Howard, Columbia, Arizona State, Clark Atlanta, Purdue, Syracuse, Xavier, and many more.
Next fall, I'll be attending Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah.
I'll be attending the University of Missouri to major in journalism.
I'm actually donning the colors of my college. I'm going to Syracuse University in upstate New York next fall to study advertising and marketing.
I'll be attending Grand Valley State University. I'll be majoring in film and television.